Welcome to the Courage to Live podcast. My name is Josh Bitsko. I'm a retired police captain with 24 years of experience out of Las Vegas. Currently, I travel the country and I teach people about courage, resilience, and leadership. In today's podcast, we're going to talk about something that I think it's an underutilized tool in leadership. And I know one that it is one that, subordinates often complain about is listening. So, as a leader, I think there's this expectation, at least in myself when I was a new leader, that I had all the answers. Everything I said was right. And, I needed to be that to be an effective leader. But really, it wasn't until I started actually actively listening to my people that I grew as a leader and I became better. And the tasks that we had to complete or the critical incidents, they went much more smoothly because I realized the power in the collective. Just because you ask a question doesn't mean you're a weak leader, or admit that there's something that you don't know. And so a couple of things that come with that is the first off is know how to do it, right? How to actively listen when someone's talking to you. You ask a question and you're just doing it to, make it seem like you care. People know that. People know that you're not actually listening to them, but learning how to actively listen, eye contact, nodding, asking clarifying questions, all of those things can really help you as a leader communicate with your people and think of things that you probably might not have thought of given, this situation. Another thing listening does is it clarifies goals and expectation. Active listening will ensure that leaders understand the team's inputs, aligning everybody on the objectives to get the job done. It can also, like I said, reveal things that you didn't know about what's going on by listening intently. A leader can detect underlying problems or issues or obstacles that may be ahead because your people, again, have done a lot of things and have different life experiences than you. So they may have a different perspective on what's happening. It can reduce errors, right? Leaders who listen carefully to what's, going on and feedback and what your people are seeing or encountering. It can minimize misunderstandings. It can like I said earlier, clarify goals and objectives. So that's a huge part of this. It also comes down to it empowers your people. So if the people that are working for you don't feel empowered to make decisions, they don't feel like they are valued as employees, well, that can really bring up a lot of issues. Um, as your goals in your career and the team dynamics continue because if they're just only going to do what you say, that's how you get the bare minimum out of people. But by asking questions and making them feel valued, they will be empowered to go out and do their job and do it in ways that you may not expect it. And that's the reality of empowering your people is they may not do something the way that you would do it, but it doesn't mean that it's wrong. And it doesn't mean they're challenging your authority by doing it that way. At the end of the day, it's all about getting the mission complete, and you can't do it all by yourself. Asking questions can help people adapt to challenges, and it can help you adapt to challenges too, right? It's as you are communicating with your people and asking questions, getting feedback, it will make the team itself more resilient. It fosters communication, not just between you and your subordinates, but from peer to peer also. You create this culture of, wanting knowledge, a thirst for knowledge, getting better at the job, showing your people that you trust them. And again, through making people feel valuable, they're more likely to work together. The last thing that it really does is it does increase accountability. Through listening and acknowledging contributions, as a leader, you reinforce the responsibility on your people. It ensures that the team members stay focused and deliver results because if they know that you're asking questions and paying attention, then they're also not going to try and, slip anything past you because you are empowering them, you're valuing their input. But also at the end of the day, they know that you're connected to the mission and to what they are doing day in and day out. It's not micromanaging. You're not asking 1,000 questions and telling them the answers, but it's fostering that communication and really showing that you care about the mission, about their opinions, about, how they're going to do something, and make sure that you walk that fine line and not slip into that micromanaging, because nobody wants to work for a leader that does that. Ultimately, when it comes to becoming a better leader, I tended to pick one thing through phases of my career. These next couple weeks, I'm going to work on listening to my people and asking questions. I'm really going to try and connect with them and keep my ears open, because not only will I receive valuable feedback for myself as a leader, but I'm, through doing that, having a better understanding of what they're doing, why they're doing it a specific way, so then I can better lead them when I need to. Thank you for listening today. If you enjoyed the podcast, please share it with a friend or subscribe, leave a review down below. And I appreciate you spending time with me today. And if you like some of the things I talked about, there's a lot more in my book, The Courage to Live, which is available on Amazon.